Hey guys, so I wanted to give you a walkthrough about the portable washing machine. It's not perfect, but I've been refining it a little bit, trying to keep track of certain features. And I thought this would probably be a pretty good time to show you the setup that I have. So this is a power plug over here. This is a pretty large washer, so it can't go through the bathroom door. I have to squeeze my way through here, so you're gonna have to squeeze in here with me, okay? And I know it's so cramped. I don't think Lewis could fit in here. So the way you go ahead and you set up the water is that it has only cold water. Let me show it. So you have one connection over here, and then you have the connection over here, and it connects through a quick connect. So you have to make sure that you can remove the faucet. The faucet head. I guess this is called an aerator. Oh, look at that. Ah! I'm trying to do this with one hand. It's so complicated. Okay, let me figure this out. So it goes like this. Okay. And you screw this part in. Hello. Okay, hold up. Let me go ahead and adjust this up. I'm just like a team of one, so all this like unprofessional handiwork, it's because it's just me. It is just me. So you screw this in here. That's one side. Let's make sure the water comes out. It does. And then you screw this side over here. So it feels pretty snug. Over here felt pretty snug. So the connection, the water goes through here and then goes directly through there. The drain pipe is over here. You see this pipe over here? That's the drain pipe. And I have it connected. Look at that. A bottle of bitter lemon thing that I accidentally bought because when it drains, I don't want it to kick back and flow all over. This drain was so short that it can't go into the sink at all. So it's stuck over here. And actually, wait, no, I take that back. It could go in the sink, except the sink doesn't drain that fast. So I had no choice to put it in the tub. The strainer we have is, let me show it to you really quick. This one. So what it has is, oh, come on. It says rotate my device. Okay, so what it has is it has these little holes, and this is a really good tub strainer. Someone sent it to us, really, really good. I like it because the hair goes around here, and it also catches all the cat hair. So most likely you're gonna see a bunch of cat hair flow through here. It's gonna plug up the strainer, which is a good thing because I'd rather have it plug up the strainer than plug up the pipes. And yes, I know it looks unsightly, but this is an old apartment unit, old building. It is what it is. So let me move this thing and I'll show you how this works. So I have this, like I said, holding the tube in place. I also monitor it. I monitor it. Let up, tripod. Okay. And I have some times over there. Whoops. Oh! I have some times on the wall, and I also have some times over here. So, because this only has cold water, since it's a portable setup, I always do it on the same setting. According to this, it has a bunch of settings. Yeah, I have to turn on the tap. I don't turn it on until right before I press the button. So, I always do a large setting. I always do cold water, and then I do normal. So I wish I could automatically always put it at the right setting, but it defaults to this. So what I do is I go to program. If it flashes, that means it's quick. I never do quick. I always do normal, so it'll have to be a solid. So normal. And then here's the weird thing. So you see how warm water is 37 minutes? Hot water is 37 minutes? Look at cold water. Did you see that? Cold water 69 minutes. I don't know why it takes so long. So this is the filter. Oop, hold up. I don't have it in the camera. Hey. So this is the filter that I have. I mean, not the filter, the laundry detergent thing. And according to the instructions on the booklet, it says I'm only supposed to use half of the recommended amount. So I use this laundry detergent. It's eco-friendly, and I felt like it would be a little easier on the pipes. It doesn't suds so much. So according to this, it says use half the amount for high efficiency / small loads, delicate washing by hand. Use full cup for standard, large, or heavily soiled loads, and pre-treat. So since I use a large load, I assumed, hey, let me just use half of the large load, which would be half a cup. False. I read another instruction for another bottle. You're supposed to use for high efficiency washers half a cup, but for this portable washer, they say use half of the recommended amount. So I would use 1/4 of a cap. So I'm gonna put in the detergent so you can see how little I use. And I'm gonna have to do this off camera so I can eyeball it accurately. Or try to be accurate at least. It's kind of tough because it's such a small concentrated amount. So like this is about 1/4. About 1/4. So I'll just put it right here. And then after I'm done, close it. If this was an infomercial, I'd do it much more smoother, but I'm just being honest. So laundry needs to go in. We have a queen size bed, and I will normally put in all the sheets that go with it. So this is my little, I think it's my fitted sheet. And they said don't fill it up more than 3/4 full. So you can see the fitted sheets in there. And then the flat sheet. There's no particular order. I just like putting the large sheets in first. And I try to flatten it as much as I can. This is the part people would probably edit out of a video. And then I'll top it with the 2 pillowcases. And after I set this thing up, I'm gonna go ahead and put everything that I'm using in the description. Okay, so you see my laundry's in there, my detergent was in there, my settings is here. This is the time for me to turn on the water. So, I'm gonna just fill it up half, okay, you'll just see me. I'm gonna have to do it anyway. So it dribbles a little. I notice it dribbles over here. So I just do it about half. And then I'll turn it on. And then from there, look at that, that's orange. You'll start seeing the water gush through. See the water? So right now it's at 69 minutes. I notice when it's at 67 minutes, that's when the water stops. So you don't have to do this, but I shut the water off for the cold water when it stops. I still have it, yes. Use Teflon. I have to keep removing it. That's the thing. So you guys get to watch this. We don't have a washing machine here. So there's no space for us to hook up a washing machine. I don't think we're supposed to have a permanent washing machine over here. A lot of buildings in New York do not have washing machines. That's why you see so many laundromats here. I wish we could have washer dryer over here like so many places in Hawaii does, but for some reason New York doesn't have washer dryers for a lot of the buildings. This is one of them. So the way that I move this is that there's a handle on one side. See that handle? I have to yank it back 45 degrees, tilt it so I'll have this part a little higher and then move it around. It's kind of a pain in the butt, so I bought a dolly. So I'm gonna have it elevated on a dolly and I can move it around much easier. It's on its way. So you can still see the water over there. I have this post-it for my reference. So you'll see when it turns 67, the water will stop, and then I will automatically just shut off the water. I don't think you need to do that, but I'm thinking if the water was flowing in from the sink into the pipe, it's going to be possibly backing down into the drain, right, until it needs water again. I don't want to cause any pressure on it because this is an old building. So I just updated the description with the things that I use, so that way you guys can see exactly what model I bought. It's out of stock right now. I remember when I first heard about the lockdown quarantine, I thought to myself, okay, this is really the time I should be purchasing that washing machine that I wanted to buy for a while. And then I looked around and then I decided I'd rather buy this one because it is, oh, see. So you see how the water's stopping right now? This is the time that I'm going to shut off the water. So I'm a lot more hands-on with this. And you can see it agitating. See it? So this will agitate until the 52-minute mark, and then it'll drain the water. It is a high efficiency. This is actually the large setting. I don't really like it because it seems kind of low, but a number of high efficiency washers seem to be this way. I'm going to give you guys this view. That's why I think it washes for about 15 minutes or so. So it just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning. See how low that water looks? It looks very low to me. But that's the large setting. Yeah, there's water coming out from the sink, so I have it hooked up. Let me show you guys. I have the water hooked up to the sink. See that? So the water comes from there into here, and then it drains into the tub. So right now it is at 66 minutes. At 52 minutes, it's going to start draining. I'm gonna take off my little postie. Who destroyed my sink? It wasn't me, I tell you that. This thing was destroyed before I got here. Oh, that's funny. Why don't you install in a laundry basement room? There is no laundry basement room. I hate to break it to you, but there is no laundry basement room here. Everybody around this neighborhood has to bring their laundry to the laundromat. I was reading an article at the New York Times today, and they said that if you want to go ahead and reduce your exposure to the virus, what you should do is go during slow times, ideally, or go do your laundry maybe once every couple weeks. And I just laughed when I heard that recommendation. I was thinking, really, once every couple weeks? Do you know how fast the laundry accumulates here? It's very, very quickly. Yeah, I turned the water back on for rinse. There is no basement. So I remember when I first saw this washing machine, I was a little surprised because I thought there was going to be a little stick in the middle. My washing machine in Hawaii has that, but the way this agitates is it just spins the clothes around itself. So it's supposed to be more gentle on the clothes versus having this big stick, you know, in the middle and beating the clothes around. This is actually pretty quiet. And then there's also 3 feet on the bottom of this that is one height, and then one's adjustable foot. So I adjusted it. I'm supposed to use a level, but I didn't have a level. So I kind of just eyeballed it and then just, you know, shook it until it stopped wobbling. So I made it as level as I could. And I'm also, like I said, I'm also getting a dolly, so I'm hoping maybe the dolly will reduce any vibrations, but I don't sense any vibrations on the floor. It's pretty quiet in my opinion. How did the cats react to the washing machine? How about this? I'll let you see them yourself. Oreo. Where's he? Oreo. I think he's in power mode, power save mode. So 63 minutes right now, 62 minutes. We have about 10 more minutes until it starts screening. So Lewis was told allegedly that the ceilings were 25 feet high. I believe we measured it with that Bosch meter. It actually came out to 12 feet. Yeah, so there was a huge loss factor there. I don't know how he thought this was 25 feet high. Does it spin faster? Yes, but this is just agitating it. This is just washing. Oh, hello. So I'm just gonna give you a little run through. 52-minute mark is when it drains, and then 47 minutes is when it rinses. So about 48 minutes, I turn on the water again. And then 46 minutes is when it stops, so I shut off the water, and then it abruptly spins, and then I end the spin cycle at 39-minute mark. One of the journeymen at my former work had more exact eyeballing. Yeah, I just, you know, tilted it. I was like, does it move? You know, does it tip over? If it does, if it is uneven, then obviously I have to, you know, raise that one adjustable foot higher or lower. Also, this thing doesn't have a lock, but if you try to open it, it will abruptly stop the cycle. So there is child-proof lock over here somewhere that a kid can't just, if you do a control lock, if they press a button, they can't change anything except maybe turn it off, I think. But I wish there was a way that I could just always keep this cycle as a standby, the default, which is large code and normal. But this one doesn't have it. Oh yeah, the sink works great. There was no leak. I used the toilet paper thing. No leak. So this U-bend is so short. Normally what I do is I put the bucket underneath it. Move that there. You're gonna see how narrow this is. Do you see how narrow this is? Like, look at this. It's so narrow. It is so incredibly narrow. But I will put this over here just so it doesn't flip-flop all over the place. So I don't think Lewis can do laundry. Because this is like, let's see. The gap from here to here. Let me measure it. I could move it a little, but it wouldn't be that great of a difference. That I'm going through right now, because it can't fit in the doorway, is, let's see, 7 inches about? Yeah. So it is a very snug fit going into there. I don't want to move it too much because either that I'll have less drain pipe going to the tub. So I try to keep it as close as I can to this door. So let's see, we're at the 58-minute mark. So about 53-minute mark, I'm going to move the camera over to the tub, and that way you can see what's going on. Also, if anyone wants to get one of these, keep in mind it's about 70 pounds. This thing is 70 pounds. I think it was originally, I forgot what the original price is, but we got it, I think it was $329 about, regular price, but we got it for about $100 off because, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a dent over here. See that? There's a dent. And then there's a little dent over here. And there's a little dent on that side. But these are just minor cosmetic imperfections, so, you know, I'd rather go ahead and save $100 than spend $100 more and avoid that dent. Scratch and dent, yeah, I happily will take it. As long as it works, that's all that matters to me. So what it does now is it just kind of sits there. There is no other cycle, really. There's no, you know, aggressively wash at all. We got the bulky and the heavy, but obviously a sheet set is not bulky or heavy, and then delicate, nah, that's not delicate. Let's see here. So 53 minutes, I'm gonna move it in to the tub area. That way you can see it. Yeah, I wonder if the dent was, some of these dents came because we were lugging it up the stairs. And I kept losing my grip because this thing in a box is as tall as, it goes up to my armpit. So I have a hard time carrying it because it's so tall. And Lewis was helping me. And I kept losing my grip, so he got a little agitated. Turns out he ended up flipping it like a tire. Yeah, you ever seen those strongmen when they're flipping those monster tires? That's exactly what he did with this washer. He was flipping it up the stairs. I was like, oh. So it had a lot of padding. It got flipped a few times. Slowly flipped, shall I say, but it made it up here and I was very happy. Yeah, 70 pounds is the weight of it. So this thing is heavy. And it's tall too. So I would highly recommend, if you do buy a portable washer, make sure you have 2 people. I don't think one person can lug it up by themselves if they're going upstairs. If you're lugging it indoors and you have like a hand cart, then you can do it yourself. But it is so hard if you're trying to lug this huge box with just one person. So this washer does about 4 pairs of adult jeans or men's jeans in one wash, one sheet set. So like I said, the fitted sheet, the flat sheet, the 2 pillowcases will be one load. Or I put it basically up to the 3/4 mark. Or you see where the sheets are right now? It's 1, 2, 3, like right below the 3rd little line. I don't know if you guys can see it. You know what? Let me get the flashlight. Oh! So just, okay. So, you see where that line is right there? It's like under the 3rd one. That's where I typically max fill the laundry. It doesn't hold that much laundry. Did you fix the waist okay in the end? What do you mean the waist? Oreo, what is it? Do you hear that? That's Oreo. What is it? Oreo. Oh, Oreo, this is like the worst time. I think he wants attention. He definitely has enough food. Okay. Come here. Come here. He's such a big baby. Look at this guy. What a big baby this guy is. Okay, Oreo, I need to put you down in a minute, okay? I know you're still starved for attention, even though I've been home all day doing lunch. Okay, so 53-minute mark. Let's go inside. Let's see how it looks. So this is my little setup. When I didn't have this bottle here, because it's not, I don't have any way to hook it. When I didn't have this bottle, it actually retracted backwards and it started spilling all over the ground. So I try to be in here at the 53-minute mark, because in the event that this thing slips, it won't be that bad. But I haven't micromanaged this every single time. But I try to just keep an eye on it at the 53-minute. So right now it's at the 52-minute mark. Oreo. Jeez. Look at that. So it starts chugging along and then it'll shoot the water right out. So I taped it to this bottle. Duct taped it. So there's water coming out of it, if you can see it right there. It actually fills up quite a bit. So it would absolutely not work in this sink, because the sink doesn't drain nearly as fast as the water comes out of this hose. I was thinking about hooking something up, but the problem is that I noticed this tube retracts backwards, closer that way. So what I don't want is if I have like a loose seal on it, it'll just eventually start backing up and then it'll fall on the ground. So I'm still trying to think of something, but in the meantime, this duct tape with this bottle of bitter lemon that I accidentally bought has been serving its purpose for now. So you can see the water pretty much stopped. See, there's no water in there. But right now, oh, come on, Ori. It's at the 52-minute mark. So what's gonna happen now is it's gonna start spinning, and then right around the 48-minute mark, it'll slow down, and 47-minute mark, it'll refill with water. So I gotta turn the water back on. Oreo, you're in my spot. Okay. Oreo. Okay, Oreo, I can pick you up now. I've never tried bitter lemon. Maybe I should try it, but right now I'm using the weight. So when I come up with a replacement, then I'll try it. I actually wanted to buy, I forgot what I wanted to buy, but it was for a drink. It wasn't bitter lemon though. Maybe it was just regular lemon juice. Yeah, so it seems like it tries to spin out all the excess water, and then it rinses it, and then it spins that out, and afterwards, that's it. I don't need a second rinse cycle, so I always just do one rinse cycle. So it's still draining out water right now. You can kind of hear it. I like it better than going to a laundromat, since I can do laundry at a whim versus having to wait till I get at least 8 pounds of laundry and then bring it over to the laundromat. So normally what we do is that we do all the sheets in for one bag. We send it off to the laundromat, and then the clothes, every week we drop off about 25 pounds of laundry to the laundromat. It was coming out to like $100 a month for having them do the laundry. And right now with the coronavirus stuff going on, I don't feel comfortable having the laundry sit over there, because you know how laundromats can be. I've seen people say, you know, make sure you have social distancing. Okay, wait. So 48 minutes, right? So this is the time I'm gonna start turning on the water again, because you're gonna see it rinse. But I normally do it when it starts slowing down. You don't have to do this. People say you can keep the water on, but I'm just worried about these pipes, because this is, let's put it this way, the pipes on this building, in my opinion, aren't the greatest. So I turn it at the halfway mark. I just turned on the water. You guys can see it. I just turned on, oh, hold up. See the water? It's on. And you'll see it over here. So in about 10 seconds or so, you'll see the water start flowing out. And that'll be the rinse water. No, there's no laundry and pickup and delivery service. We have to go over to the laundromat, drop off the laundry, or stay there and do the laundry ourselves. But laundromats, it's so compacted. Okay, see the water right there? I didn't crack the sink, so I don't know how the sink cracked. I don't know the exact story, but I know something heavy fell inside of it. So you see how the water stopped? 46-minute mark. Now I'm gonna turn off the water. So I just turned off the water, and you're gonna see that it's gonna go straight to spin. So a load of laundry, I normally end it at the 39-minute mark. Remember how it started at 69 minutes? Because I ended at 39, it takes one load of laundry 30 minutes from start to finish. I've done about, I think, 8 loads of laundry on this thing. It comes out fine in my opinion. The only problem is that it comes out a little wrinkly. If you guys look over here, it's wrinkly. Okay, here's a spin cycle. So I usually let it go down to 39. Sometimes, of course, 37, 38. But because it cheats, I'm just gonna let it go down for 39. So while this is spinning, I'm gonna show you what's going on in the tub. So you can see how, whoops, you can see how the tub is draining right now. One of the things that I've been keenly aware about is I need to check the filter. So the tub, whoops, let me grab it out. This stuff. So if you look over here, you see how it already has some cat hair and whatnot on here? I just clean it out. And then afterwards, I put it back, throw the crap in the trash. And then grab some soap and wash my hands a little bit. Or you can probably use toilet paper, but I just felt like going home and just grabbing it. So 43 minutes over here. Why not letting it go to 0? Because I don't know, I think it's a little excessive. I really don't need 69 minutes to wash one load of laundry. I don't also need an extra rinse cycle. I just bought a steamer, so I have a steamer for that. I think the reason why it wrinkles so much is, first of all, it's spinning so fast. And normally if you have a dryer, it kind of gets rid of those wrinkles, but we don't have a portable dryer over here. I was talking to Lewis about it, possibly putting one near the window, but I decided we probably don't need it. I think it costs about $200. Wrinkled sheets. Okay, just grab a steam cleaner. Don't need to put everything in the dryer, because it's a waste of electricity too. And putting clothes in a dryer makes it destroys the fabric much faster rather than just air drying, which is a lot easier on the clothing. So if you read the instructions, I'm going to show it to you right now. So, according to this, if you do a normal cycle, the large, it does wash time, 1 rinse, and then final spin is 12 minutes, 37 minutes. However, if you do it in large, low side, and cold water, it has a much longer spin time, 44 minutes than other cycles, which removes more water on your clothes than other cycles. Look, I do not need this long of a spin time. Do you guys see that? This sentence right here? Like, well, what is this? 44-minute spin time. Because all I'm doing is this one, the normal large, so it only has 1 rinse time, allegedly. But it's a spin time that takes up so much of the time. So if this is a 44-minute spin time, in my opinion, that's just overkill. I don't know why they made it so long. Why is the spin time much longer than the wash time? If you really want to be eco-friendly, just do it at 12 minutes and encourage people to air dry it. So 39 minutes. This is about the time I stop it. If I do for jeans, I do it at 37 minutes. So 2 minutes more. So if you look it over here, you can see there's, oh, goodness, really no more water coming out. And there's no way for me to like fast forward it. You know how on other washers you can just decrease the time? I can't do that with this. There's only a pause and an on-off button. There's no way of like fast forwarding the time, so it goes down to like 5 more minutes of spin time and that's it. 44 minutes of spin time, ridiculous. So I'm gonna pause it, and then it just stops abruptly like that. I pause it because I feel like it's a little bit more, hold on. Oh, let's go here. I feel like it's a little bit more gentle than just shutting it off straight. And if you feel it, it's, you know, it feels, it feels pretty airy, so it doesn't have, you know, it's not sopping out liquid or anything. So I just turn it off. And then normally what I do is that I fold it. Let me show you guys this. This is way too much freaking sugar. Okay. So normally what I do is that I fold it in 4s, and then I just hang it to dry. So I might have overloaded this a little, but I'm sure it'll dry. Because I have 2 duvet covers on here. But I bought an extra drying rack, like I said. It's not coming, though, until April 24th, and I'm kind of bummed out about that. But, you know, they got to prioritize orders. And drying racks is not a essential item. So you see how I folded it in 4s? I'll just lie it on top of here. And that works for me. And then same with the fitted sheet. I'll do the same thing. I'll just fold it. And I've noticed that it seems clean to me. I haven't noticed any stains left on it. The only time I do see stains on clothes is when Louis has grease on his pants, but how many people do you know actually have bike grease on their pants? Even the laundromat, they didn't get rid of the bike grease. And what I asked them is hey, do you guys pre-treat stains when you see it at the laundromat? And they said no. They just throw everything into the washing machine and that's it. And we were paying $1 a pound for getting the laundry done over there. Great people, but at this time, I just don't think we really need a laundromat. And I feel very, very fortunate that we do have a portable washer, because I know there's a lot of people who probably could benefit using a portable washer, but they don't have one, or you know, they're still waiting on it, because if they want to order one, most likely on Amazon, it's going to come in around April 24th. So I folded this one on top. You can see I just put that one on top. I know it looks like a sheet fort. And what I do for the sheets, actually, I mean for the pillowcases, is one of the reasons why I really, really like the shrine rack is they have an area for sweaters. So I usually put the pillowcases down there. There is no real glamorous way of hanging this stuff, especially indoors. Also, cat hair on this thing, it does not remove cat hair because it's just washing it. Most of the cat hair I notice comes out in the wash. However, what I normally do is I usually get one of those lint brushes after it dries and do it that way. So yeah. So if you look over here, you see it has like a mesh thing over there. You see it? The mesh. So I really like this feature on it. And then I'll just cover this up. So this holds a lot of laundry. I really like this drying rack. I think it was about $30. I bought a scratch and dent one. I don't really care. So I usually hang jeans over here. The other place where I hung jeans is I tried to hang it on the balcony outside because we have a little fire escape ladder. However, the problem with that is that New York rains. So the laundry that I had outside got a little rained on. And I decided, okay, that isn't the smartest thing to do. So for that balcony laundry rack, I'll show you guys what I decided to do for it. Hold on. Let me show it over here. Oh, it's over here. So I have it over here. Right, hanging right near the window. And this is holding jeans right now. And of course this isn't a balcony ledge, but hey, it works for now. I tried to put it over here, but it didn't seem like it was. I had concerns that maybe it would cause something to break on here, because it would be all this weight just on one small area hanging off on the side. So that's why I kept it over there for now. I don't really think I'm going to need to really use that balcony ledge in the future for jeans because I have a second drying rack coming in. What I'm planning to do is keeping clothes on one rack and then keeping sheets on another. That way I don't have to overload it like this. And I'm lucky that the cats haven't decided to make a fort out of this yet. So if I want to move this, all I do is I unhook it from the sink and then unhook it from there. I usually let it drain in that, you see that bucket over there? I usually let that drain in there for a little bit. So, whoops. Let me show you guys. And I like to keep this open for a little bit so it airs out. I don't want it to get stinky in there for whatever reason. So let me show you. So unhooking it is super easy. You know how I showed it to you guys last time? Do this here. So I usually unhook this part first. Oh, there we go. And then unhook this part. And I keep this by the sink. And then this part over here, I'll just rehook it in. I like to keep that draining over there. And then this stuff, I'll move it when I decide to move everything back. Oops. Ah, it's such a small fit. Power plug. There's an area that you can hook it up, or not hook it up, but leave it over here. I usually keep the connector. So you see those little, goodness. I don't know if you can see it, maybe not. Actually, you know what? I got a better idea. I will hook this up and then show you the view on that side. So, here we go. See it? Right there? This and this. So, I moved it on top and keep that. So the plug just hangs there. And that's how I do laundry. It's actually not that bad. I know some of you guys might think, oh my goodness, she's turning this on and she's turning this off and she's unplugging it. It's so much better than, in my opinion, than having to go to the laundromat. I don't have to risk exposure over there. If I want to do laundry any time of the day, except maybe after, I wouldn't do laundry at 10 p.m. though. Basically any time of the day I can do it. It's a convenience for me. And I don't mind it. I think it's fine the way it is. So I'm really thankful and happy that I have it. I know in our local Home Depot, I looked at it, they didn't have any portable washers in stock, unsurprisingly. If anybody doesn't have a washer and they are relying on a laundromat, I would highly suggest getting a portable washer. For us, I was also looking into hand washing it. So there are things like washing wands, which I had one in Hawaii temporarily. It's basically like a plunger and you do your laundry in either the tub or the 5-gallon bucket. I'm going to be very honest with you. The reason why I didn't like that is cleaning it is no issue, but it's wringing out the water that's a real pain, especially if you have some items like jeans or towels and it holds so much water, right? A lot of times what people do is that if they have one of those washable, those handheld washing things that you do at the sink and you just spin it or you plunge the clothes or whatnot, they buy a spin dryer, a separate spin dryer. But when I was looking at it, the spin dryer, like one of them is like $139, and I thought, okay, if I buy the spin dryer, it's $139. If I buy the portable washer, it's about $239. I'm gonna just go with the portable washer, and I can't imagine doing so much pounds of laundry every week by hand. I also think that if I got the spin dryer and I wanted to do it by hand, I would also have that dilemma of the water leaking all over the place, because I'd have to move like the jeans into the spin dryer, right? And it would most likely be from the tub over to over here. And during that time, it would just be leaking water all over the ground. So portable washer, in my opinion, is the way to go. I would recommend doing something like this one. You see how it has like a stainless steel drum? And the reason why I would recommend this is that I've noticed that on Amazon, they have cheaper versions of this. You'll see it. It's basically a portable washer plus a spin dryer side by side, and you have to manually fill in the water. This stuff is made out of really cheap plastic for that stuff. It's like $115. You'll see it, it looks rinkety dinkety. I don't expect it to last very long, and you can only do small amounts of laundry. You can do way more laundry in something like this rather than the little twin turbo, you know, thin plastic stuff that you got to manually fill in the water. And yeah, when I saw that and I saw some videos about people using that, I just shook my head and thought, if anyone can avoid using that, they should avoid using it. If you live in an RV, I can understand why you might want to use that because you might not have space for this. But other than that, I absolutely would not use that plastic crap. Use something a little bit more durable than this. Use the extra money. So. Get a spring-loaded connector. Let's see. I don't know if they do. I don't think they do ironing. I think they just get it straight out from the dryer and just fold it. I normally don't do laundry in warm water. I normally always just use cold anyway. No, USA does use hot water, but for me, I typically wash my clothes only in cold water. So hooking this up in cold water only, which is the way to do it, I guess for this one, if it's a quick connect, because I only have one quick connection, right? And it comes out from the sink, so I don't mind doing it. Why don't you get a regular washer and dryer and stuff? Where am I gonna put it? Where am I gonna put it? Also, I don't think it's allowed to have a regular washer and dryer because it might cause too much pressure on the pipe. So that's why I do everything in the tub. You've seen it. It's not very sudsy. So the way I see it is the water that's going down the tub, in my opinion, is no different than taking a shower. And when cat hair and whatnot gets stuck in the filter, I can just manually remove it. It's not a big deal to me at all. Do you use hand wash powder? No, I use this detergent. I bought a spot cleaner too, but it hasn't come in yet. That's what I use. See? It's tough on dirt, gentle on the earth, and it's also low sudsing formula. So I like it because I don't want there to be too many suds. Nothing to do with tub, they're just cheap on the water. Who knows, but yeah, I could pass on that. But yeah, so that's what I use right now, and for me it works. I think it works really well. I'm very happy having it. Some of you, like I said, some of you guys might see it as inconvenience. I just think this is a real blessing to have. There's nothing worse than bringing your laundry over to the laundromat, right? And then when you bring your laundry back, it's raining. So you come back home and your laundry is wet with rainwater. Like, it's just terrible. That's one of those things I was telling some of my family members in Hawaii. I said, I really took for granted my washer in Hawaii, my washer and dryer. Having access to that is just incredible. It's not until you see all this dirty laundry and then you feel like you can't clean it because you don't have a washer or dryer. It's just not a good feeling to have. So this is my little new toy. I'm very, very happy with it. I don't think I will get a portable dryer. Most likely I won't because I don't see the need for it. Like I said, I'm just air drying everything. I'm keeping that window open over there. Yeah, it holds 7 pounds of laundry in there. However, I think I only put in like 5-6 pounds in there max. The reason being is that if you can only put really the laundry up to a certain level, like about this high, how heavy is your laundry going to be? So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna end this stream. I just wanted to let you guys know how I'm using this portable washer and spin dryer. I like it a lot. I don't see myself upgrading anytime soon. I just hope it lasts a really long time, because in the event that I have to return this, which I'm really hoping I don't have to, and ship it back, you know who's going to be having to lug this back all the way down the stairs. Yep, you know who. And it won't be me, so. Why is it blocking the bathroom door? Because it does not fit in the bathroom. You see how it has this little ledge over there? Yeah, that's why it's blocking it. So what I do is that I have it connected over here, and after I'm done using the laundry, I just put it back over here. So it goes over here. So I move it back and forth here. See? There and there. And that's the reason why I bought a dolly. So the dolly makes it so much easier than having to tilt this backwards at a, like what seems to be like a 45-degree angle, and then pushing it. Kind of like if, you know those people who go to the gym and they push that heavy thing? Yeah, that's what I do here. Take off the bathroom door first. No, that's too much work. I also have to clear the step over there. See that step? Why the stairs when you have a window? Not gonna happen. No, I don't need to. I mean, like, it works the way it works, the setup that I have right now. I don't want to go ahead and remove the door and then reinstall the door every time I do the laundry. I'd rather just use a dolly and push it as close as I can to the door, and then afterwards just push it back. It's so much simpler. Yeah. That's the cat's. Yeah, it's Oreo actually. Look at this guy. He's just watching me. He's just being like a security guard. So the description has a list of all the things that I showed in the video, and also what I'm waiting for. This is the exact model of the washer dryer. It's in the description, so you guys can click on it. It's actually out of stock. So if you want to buy this, you can't buy it because it's out of stock. I was kind of surprised, and I was kind of sensing that when the quarantine was going, you know, that's Oreo running. When the quarantine was going on, that people were gonna buy washer dryers. Sure enough, a couple days after I purchased this, it went completely out of stock. It's not even one of the. It wasn't even, in my opinion, the one that had a lot of reviews. So I was kind of surprised that it was out of stock. But when people need a washer slash spin dryer because they want to avoid the laundromat, then they just buy one off of Amazon. Most likely, if you buy any washer dryer off Amazon, like I said, it probably will get to you around April 24th or so. It's a very, very long time, but if you're relying on a laundromat, highly, highly would suggest using that. You would save money not having to go to the laundromat, and it's so much more convenient just being able to do it indoors. For me, like I said, I don't mind having this big thing over here. I'm actually having another one shipped over here. I don't care what anyone says. You didn't. I was suggesting shove the window out shove the washer out the window if you need to return it. No, David, it's gonna go back, and I'm probably gonna hit some poor soul downstairs. And then it's gonna end up on the news like crazy woman tosses washer outside a window. Well, Sonny, do you wear jeans? Because if you wear jeans, you're gonna have to wash it eventually, and that's why people have washer dryers. I was seriously though looking into different options of how I could do the washer dryer, the washer situation. I wanted to, you know, figure out a way that I could possibly do it by hand, but that was not realistic because of the sheer volume of stuff. I can't imagine using like basically like a washing wand or a plunger for every single item, like individually, because there's only so much you can fit in like a 5-gallon bucket or even a tub. I'd feel like I'd use more water trying to clean this by hand than if I use that portable washer for that whole sheet set I just did. Oriole's like running back and forth. Oreo, is this the time you're gonna be athletic? You're gonna show everybody your athletic prowess? Oreo. Oh. Yeah, look at this athletic little boy. Oh. No, don't go in the washer. Here. Oh. Okay, you don't want to. Okay. You know what's weird? He's okay with me holding him like this, but then once he's in front of the camera, it's like he's like, I don't want to be seen. That's usually how I hold him. You don't need to wash jeans. 2-year-old jeans are just as clean as 2-year weak. Okay, Sonny. How about this? You tell Lewis that because he washes, I swear he washes his, he goes through like 2 pairs of jeans some days. I feel that way sometimes. So, I think I do at least 7 pairs of jeans a week. Washing. That's one of the reasons why the laundromat amount was so high. Because it's all the weight of those jeans. Yeah, because we don't have a permanent hookup. That's the reason why I got the portable. I don't really have a space to hook it up anywhere either. So it has to go right here, drain pipe to the tub, water to the sink. Just wear shorts and showers. Okay, Sonny, I think you need to go ahead and start the trend. Just wear shorts all over the place and tell Lewis to wear thinner materials and don't wear jeans all the time. Near the kitchen, actually this won't work because the faucet head of the kitchen can't, you see how that has a screw in where I could use it, I could take out the aerator and screw it in? The kitchen faucet doesn't have that. It's just like spray head. So that's why I just do it over here. And the other thing is too, is I would have to push it over that step. You see that step over there? I don't want to push this thing over that step. That's the other reason why it's not going over this step either. Okay, you guys, I'm going to get going, so I will talk to you later. Leave a comment what you guys think about this. I like it the way it is. That's my thinking of this. I wonder how come we didn't get this earlier, but I think we were just holding off on it. It wasn't until the quarantine kicked in that I really decided to revisit this whole washer dryer thing. I did the calculations of how much it costs for the drying racks and the portable, the drying racks, the portable, the drying racks, the portable washers, the laundry detergent, the stain cleaner, I think that was it. It came out to, I think, close to $400 for everything. And according to my calculations, we should break even around July 10th or so. I know it sounds kind of funny for me or strange for me to put it that way, but I cannot wait for like July 10th to arrive. I'm like, finally, we broke even on this washer. That's why I hope this thing doesn't break, because if this thing breaks before July 10th, my little graph about, cost savings is gonna go out the window. But you want to see it working? Actually, if you saw the video earlier, I don't know when you tuned in, but if you want to see it working, I showed the whole process from beginning to end, including the times. I only use one cycle. I've never used the delicate cycle yet because there's no delicate clothing that we have. I've never used the bulky setting or the heavy setting or the quick setting. I have done spin only cycle once because I felt like I cut the jeans a little too early when it was spin drying. Remember how I was telling you how I typically leave it in there until like the 37-minute mark instead of like the 39-minute mark? That's the reason why, because jeans hold a little bit more water. And wow, David. Yeah, I don't think we try not to touch much stuff in the bathroom because it is a rental. So hooking things up and, having things permanent, I don't know how the landlord would feel about it. But look at all those beautiful amounts of towels that we have lying around. Oh, I'm so happy. Look, there's our bath mats. There's our towels and our towels and our face towels and stuff like that. I'm so excited. Think, wow, I can't believe I caught up on the towels. I had towels to do, bath mats to do, sheets to do, jeans to do. So many loads of laundry, and I am caught up. Minus what's ever in that hamper that came in yesterday. So very, very, very happy about that. A small victory. I think it was like 8 to 10 loads, something like that, just to get through the backlog for about I think it's like a week and a half or 2 weeks. Crazy, but that's what happens when you have a backlog. See, David, your landlord is nice. He agreed to pay half of the supplies. Yeah. I don't think that's what happened with this landlord. I really don't think that will happen in this case. It's interesting too because I remember we were having problems with our hot water heater. The landlord put in a new hot water heater. I really think, this is just my opinion, I think the hot water heater is actually smaller than the old hot water heater because if you keep the hot water on too long, I notice it doesn't stay as hot as long. So I'm wondering if maybe the tank is smaller than the old one. Who knows? Who knows? But that's one thing I think about New York. Landlords seem to just want to cut costs and they're very quick on raising costs and demanding money. Yeah, it's just, yeah. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, right now, like moving out of New York seems nice because if you're in another area, I'm sure you would have a washer dryer. But I guarantee you if we move, I'm taking this thing with me. That's for sure. If this thing is working, it's coming with me. No ifs, ands, or buts. This thing will be going on a moving truck for sure. Hot water heater have a thermostat. We don't have access to the hot water heater. The only thing I have is, turning on the hot water. I like New York. I don't like how it's like the epicenter of, that virus stuff going on right now. That's the one thing I really don't like. I'm kind of worried too, because you hear on the news, you hear about all these people having symptoms. And when I was out yesterday buying groceries, I walked a few blocks to grab groceries. I noticed 2 ambulances during that short time I was outside, and one person had to be put on a stretcher. So that was a little alarming to me. I'm noticing more and more ambulances. And it scares me and saddens me because I know if those people who are in the ambulance and they are elderly, they're going to have a harder time recovering if, assuming they do recover. It's really a lot to think about. I mean, so many people. Yeah, I remember I was reading an article on, I think, the New York Times today, and they said that there was this woman. She was a teacher and she wanted the tests for the virus, and she asked for it 3 times and she was denied it, and she ended up passing away. It was really sad because I think she was like 30 years old, 30 or 31 years old, which is like the same age as me. So yeah, that's one of those things. You just hope, people are okay, and you hope that you stay safe and your loved ones stay safe too. I was speaking to family yesterday in Hawaii, and I asked them, I said, how's everything in Hawaii? They told me, they said, before they used to get tens of thousands of visitors a day flying into Hawaii. Allegedly, now there's only like about 50 or 100 people coming in daily to Hawaii. It's sad because you realize there's so many people in Hawaii dependent on tourism, right? And then when the tourism drops, what happens? People are out of their jobs. And it's tough because the price of housing in Hawaii is expensive. Rent in Hawaii is expensive as well. I know a number of people who are barely making it before the lockdown, and now there's so much worry from people, being able to pay bills, because there's, if they lose their job in, let's say, the restaurant industry or the retail industry, it can have a devastating effect, especially if, there's outstanding bills and it just piles up the longer they're out of jobs. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, like I said, I'm gonna get going, so I hope you guys think about getting a portable washer, or considering installing a washer, maybe, if you don't have one already and you are relying on a laundromat, because staying away from your laundromat, as much as I like the people at the laundromat that we go to, very nice people, very friendly, I can't help but think it is a reoccurring expense that we could definitely cut. Going there every week, giving them $25 just to do our laundry, it just isn't worth it. It just isn't worth it. Or, going over there and then hoping that you don't get infected by someone who is doing their laundry and they have to wait in the same room as you for 45 minutes for the wash and drying. No. I never realized how much germs could spread in a laundromat. And the reason why I say that is that so many people touch the handles, right? And they put their clothes in the cart, or they put their clothes on the table, and it's just a lot of touching, and people are in such close quarters, they're breathing on certain stuff, and yeah, there's not much social distancing if everybody has to do their laundry. And you know how laundromats are, not all the washers are spaced 6 foot apart, and a lot of the times it's right next to each other. I've been there during heavy times too, and even when I go in there with my 1 bag of laundry, I have to shimmy my way through people because the certain areas of it is pretty narrow. The washer costs $239. Originally, I think it was like $329 or $319. But it's out of stock, so I can't verify exactly what the original price was. But I know we paid $239 for it, because it has a dent. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me show that dent. That wonderful dent. Okay. See this? Right here. There's one dent. And then the second dent is right here. I don't know if you can see it. See that little line over here? That's the second dent. And then the third dent is, there's a little dent, kinda. You might be able to see it right over there. Yeah. I think it was worth it though. Tourism is not shut down in Hawaii. There are hotels still open from what I've been hearing. However, as you can imagine, a lot of these hotels are empty. because of this. And the other thing that I was thinking about, before I left Hawaii, there was a lot of people doing Airbnb or considering it. Imagine the risks that you think about an Airbnb now, because when you have Airbnbs, I think if you have people back to back, most likely the cleaner goes in, maybe they'll do like a quick scrub down, change your sheets. They're not most people, I would imagine, aren't disinfecting the whole apartment. So it's kind of scary if you think about people who rent Airbnbs, possibly, and all these people are coming in, you know, one after another to this one unit and infecting the stuff. How did you get the machine up the stairs? Lewis got it up. I was trying to lift it with him, so he was carrying one end, I was carrying the other end. Whoops. He was carrying one end, I was carrying the other end. The only problem with that is I couldn't get a good grip on things, and he says it's because I don't go to the gym. So he ended up having to you know those guys who are those strong men who flip over those gigantic monster truck wheels? You know what I'm talking about? So they flip it over, the wheel like boom, 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 like that. He was flipping up this washing machine up the stairs. So it was literally going, you know, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, he was flipping it. So this thing went 360 degrees going up the stairs, 180 degrees at a time. So maybe he made a dent over there. I don't know, but it seems like it works. Yeah, he took full accountability for any dent, but I don't care if he calls a dent or not. I'm just happy it got up the stairs. I couldn't have carried it by myself. Yeah, there was grunting involved. There was definitely grunting. I think if we had recorded ourselves going up the stairs with it, you guys would have gotten a total laugh from it. He was trying to clear the corners, and I was like, oh. Yeah, and I was losing my grip on things and backing up into the wall, and it just wasn't good. I'm just not meant to be a heavy lifter for furniture. Yeah, Hawaii. I wanted to go visit family back in Hawaii in the summertime, but I've decided against that for now because I was told that if I go to Hawaii, I'm gonna have to do a 2-week quarantine. So I have to stay indoors in the apartment for 2 weeks. Can't leave. If I leave, allegedly people are supposed to notify the police if I leave the apartment. And what I've heard is it seems that allegedly when people come in from the mainland or anywhere outside of Hawaii, right? Or they fly into Hawaii, they'll ask you, where are you staying? And then if you live in Hawaii, there's allegedly they tell your neighbors, hey, you know, Erica just came back. If you guys notice Erica leaves, call us. You know, call us at this number. And if they catch me leaving, allegedly the police are involved. I was like, I don't want to get arrested because I left my apartment or get spoken to about being a health hazard. So I've decided not to visit Hawaii until that quarantine is up in place because I do not want to do 2-week quarantine in Hawaii and then come back to New York and then do 2-week quarantine in New York. Yeah, you missed it in action, but if you look earlier, you'd see me using this washing machine. It works well. I have no problems with it. Not a Planet Fitness approved workout. Okay, David. So I'm a Planet Fitness member. I've been a member for over 2 years. However, I've only been in the gym like about 5 times in those 2 years. Yeah, that's my admission. Maybe 7 times tops. Yeah, that's how they got me. But now the gym is closed. I know Lewis wants me to work out and do kettlebell swings and squats and things like that. I was actually telling him a couple of months ago, I said, hey, maybe you should get like a weight rack or something over here. But he decided against it. Can you imagine how it'd be if we had like a weight rack here? That would be kind of unreal because it would have a drying rack, a portable washing machine right next to it. Just be like so filled with so much essential things. It would look less like a home and more utilitarian. Which I don't mind. I really don't mind. I'd rather have more practical stuff than over form. But that's just my opinion. I think if you can use the space in your apartment for health purposes or saving money or making your life much easier, like doing laundry, then you should just use that empty space for those purposes. Not just having, a big empty space that looks nice but kind of useless otherwise. That's my 2 cents. But yeah, I will go ahead and talk to you later, you guys. I know this was a pretty long stream. Look at that. My washing was only supposed to be 30 minutes. I've been on this stream for about 1 hour and 26 minutes. I've had an apartment with a washer hidden in the closet entrance. David, you are a very lucky man. Very lucky man to have that. That would be a total luxury here. I feel, though, like I have my luxury right here. I know people are probably laughing. They're thinking, really, this portable washer is a luxury? It is a huge luxury. To me. Because most apartments don't have washer dryers. Very happy.